let us know when you're back. I'm just tweeting out the link.
So do I need to click on a new link?
No,
So I just sit here.
you're all right.
Shall I let them know we're tweeting out a new link?
Yeah, I've just tweeted.
So I'll tell them to drop off this one and go on Twitter.
And we're back. Oh, it's too hot for this shit. Right, we're going to absolutely whiz through it. It's obviously something with OBS rather than... it's not my internet, Glass, though. It's definitely not my internet. I think it's the streaming software. It probably needs an update. Right. Got a YouTube push notification for a new stream. This is the new stream. Welcome, Eamon. Right, so we talked about Blackburn. I started talking about Bolton and then lost everyone. So we'll just so Jansen is wanting new contract and wants to improve the league position. That's it from them. Right, on to Bolton. We're going to whiz through this now because I've read all of the Bolton stuff already. Right. Steve Banks is 87%. Per Franson is 87%. Snorrison is 90%. Nicky Southall is 88%. Michael Carrick is a doubt till game week 30. He's out for a week with a twisted knee, but he's 73%. Stephen Young is a doubt till game week 30. He's out for a few days with a twisted ankle. He's 90%. Other than that, they also are missing Shaun the Goater, who is off on international duty with Bermuda. He returns in game week 31. There's a lot of is it CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers in the next couple of months, which take out lots of players for a few game weeks, and Shaun Goater is one of them. So
one thing I've noticed about Bolton is that Pitt seems to have completely dropped out of the team, and Southall was playing. He's requested a transfer, Pitt. I wonder if that's affected.
Probably did. It normally does, doesn't it?
Yeah. But because he was playing before, because Southall's pretty rubbish on this. Is that Southall's actually wanted by somebody?
Blackpool. He was transfer listed by request as well.
Yeah. And then Ricketts and I think Snorrison are both. No, Rahmberg are both unhappy as well. I assume it's probably their league position.
Ricketts, new contract for Ricketts, and Rahmberg
contract.
New contract.
New contract. Thank you.
Cool.
Next.
Right, on to Bradford. Right, with Bradford, what is new? Marlon Broomes is a doubt till game week 30. He's out for a few days with a bruised thigh. He's 90%. David Romo still a doubt till game week 30. He's 90%. He's still got 10 days with his twisted ankle. I think it must be, there's 14 days between the game week for 29 deadline and the game week 30 deadline. Lots of time between for those that are interested. Ashley Ward is a new injury. He's out for 3 weeks with a twisted ankle. He'll return game week 31. That is it on Bradford. Right, on to Chelsea. Right. Philip Creaney is doubt till game week 30, 71%. Ardigan Johnson is 1 yellow from a suspension. John Kennedy is a new injury. He's a doubt till game week 31. He's out for 10 days. He's 63%. Petit, 1 yellow from suspension. Zola is low condition at 78%. And Nicky Butt has an injury. He's out for a week with a bruised thigh, so returns game week 30. But other than that, everyone okay. John Terry is unhappy, wants a new contract. Melchiot wanted by Man United and Liverpool. Probably will just leave in the summer, and one of those two will pick him up for free. Imagine Man United sign Melchiot as well. Like, it's just ridiculous. Defensively, they're so strong.
Yeah.
De Cesar, he's homesick. I think he's been homesick for a while.
Hmm.
That's it then with Chelsea. What's up with Alex ZT? Oh yeah. Yeah, he's still got 2 months of game week 37 for him. Peerless Beard. It's too hot for this shit. A words I utter every time the temperature here in Ireland goes above 18 degrees. Some people wouldn't be able to see that, but now they can. Right, on to Coventry. Craig Fleming is a doubt till game week 31. He's 90%. Headman, obviously still suspended, returning in game week 32. Julian Joachim starts his suspension. Oh, continues his suspension. He returns in game week 30. But yeah, that's it for the likes of Coventry. Nice and easy there. Right, on to Everton. And some new stuff here. So Miguel Alexo is low condition at 89%. Ronald Cerritos has been called up for El Salvador. So he will miss game week 29. They haven't got a game in game week 30. So he misses that game. Gary Naismith begins his suspension. He returns in game week 30. I think that was for yellow cards. Pablo Paz and David Weir still one yellow off hitting the limit. But fitness-wise, everyone's okay, apart from Alexo. But he will probably be when do Everton play. Everton play on the Sunday, so he'll be okay as well. Right, on to Ipswich Town. And some decisions to be made there. Right, Tarico is out for a few days with strained ankle ligaments. He is 90% still. So, would you expect him to play?
It depends on the injury, I find, and with that one, I don't know if he'll play. But a lot of people have wildcarded recently and took him out. I've not seen him in many teams. Tough one. I mean, you start him if you've got him, don't you?
Yep.
Because it's Tarico. They got home. They home to Chelsea. Home to Chelsea. And they
Yeah.
got next four are quite nice for Ipswich. Yeah, tricky one.
So yeah, we've got him down. Yeah, doubt till game week 30, 90%. Amir Karic out for a few days with a bruised head. He's 90%. Again, game week 30 for him. Holland and Hriderson still one yellow from suspension. Nabil Abadallah is now 90%, doubt till game week 30, and Alan Armstrong is still injured until game week 31. So that's everything from Ipswich. On
Not seen
to
anyone jumping on Doherty yet.
Leeds. No, not yet, but that Tarico might not be worth it. Will he? I think you need another injury to maybe another. Oh no, he's starting now, isn't he, Doherty? With
Up
Abadallah,
front, yeah.
Armstrong, yeah. Yeah, why?
Hmm.
Surely, if you're on a wild card, you just play him, don't you? Because if he scores, it pays off. like any week.
Yeah.
And it's a 4.5. No, what is he? 5 million
Yeah.
spender. Yeah. So
Hmm.
right, on to Leeds, and only news from them is their new signing, and uh, Lee Bowyer obviously has an upcoming suspension. Um, where is he? But it isn't starting until middle of this week. Essentially, it's a 2-game ban. Um, so he is suspended for game week 30 only, because his other game will be the quarter-final of the FA Cup. But he probably won't
Owners
start.
got lucky.
Probably won't. His starts might be limited between now and the end of the season
Mm,
because of their new signing. It's Brazilian Alex, who's a brilliant player. Signed from Palmeiras. In real life, he was at Flamengo or Cruzeiro. Cruzeiro. Um,
mm.
yeah, I think he went to. I think he went and played in Turkey when he came to Europe. Well, Europe. Yeah, Turkey's part of UEFA, but not officially part of Europe. So
Mm.
yeah, who did he play for? Galatasaray. I'm gonna say he played for Galatasaray. Um,
Someone can Google it and let us know. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
in real life, but yeah, he was in the Brazil squad that won the World Cup. Yeah, good player. Yeah, just makes it interesting on him. And I've just realised we didn't even tweet out like a price reveal for him. So he is being added to the game as a midfielder, and his price is 7 million. So that will turn a few heads, I imagine. Um,
Mm,
with like we wanted to make him more than Bowyer because we think he will start more game between now and the end of the season, start more games than Bowyer. But there is still that risk, I think, of the rotation. I think the next 2 or 3 games you might guarantee him, but then it'll be the same situation as Imar, I think. Like, yeah, started a couple of games and then has been part of that sort of rotating midfield, and that could happen to Alex as well towards the end of the
hmm
season, depending on their uh, Europe, obviously the FA Cup as well. Um, they've not really got a chance now in the league. I think they're 14 points behind. So
mm. It's not, and the signing of Alex hasn't made anyone unhappy, has it? Doesn't look
no,
like it.
unless Nigel Martin, for some reason, no, just wants first team
Mm,
football.
mm, mm.
Or Burns,
Okay.
he's unsettled. Nah,
Okay.
all of this midfield and David Batty's just still sitting there taking his salary. It's just like you're never getting a game, mate. Even if they rep, he's not getting a game. Um, that midfield's just insane, and yeah, the gap, the fact that they were that insane with that midfield, and the gap is so high between them and the league leaders is crazy. Right.
Pirlo's beard saying Alex was a bit of a cult hero at Fenerbahce
Oh,
for
that's
many
it.
years.
Not Galatasaray, Fenerbahce. Yeah, I was trying to remember what when I was doing a Google image search of him to try and uh, like get a decent photo of him. Most of the photos were of him at Fenerbahce. There wasn't many from when he was at Cruzeiro, and I think in the end I just used a Brazil one. Um, that seemed like the
Mhm.
safest option. Right, on to Leicester City. New injury to Junior Lewis. He's out for 10 days, so return game week 30. The same with Lee Marshall. 10 days, game week 30 for him. Muzzy is it? Still borderline. He's now 2 months to go, so 37 for him. Matt Heath is a yellow away from a suspension. That's all for Leicester. Delaney's unhappy. Oh, new contract for him. Royce, I don't know who he is. Right, Liverpool.
So goalkeeper Simon Royce.
Is he?
Yeah, he played for Gillingham.
Oh, right. The only reason you know.
Yeah, it's the
Right.
only reason I knew him and Junior Lewis. Yep.
Right. Only there's two bits of new news from Liverpool. Gregory Vignal is 88% Liverpool play on the Sunday. Oh yeah, they played in the UEFA Cup, so yeah, there was Sunday kickoff, and then Michael Owen for his red card in Game Week 28 starts his ban this week as well. So he's not covered. He's not currently suspended, but the moment that ticks over into Sunday, he will be suspended. So
So he has a 2-match ban,
he misses Game
not a
Week
3.
29 and Game Week 30. Returns in Game Week 31.
Why is it a 2? Was it 2 yellows? Normally a 3, isn't it? Or has he missed one already?
2 yellows.
One of them's the UEFA Cup. It was 2 yellows. Right, there we go. Thank you.
So yeah, you got a 1-match ban for the red, and then must have got another match for. Must have taken him past the 5
Yeah.
yellows.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the red is normally 3-match ban or minimum.
Mhm. Great.
Right.
Thank you.
On to Manchester City. And I know a few people are wondering about Paulo Wanchop this week. And he is out. He has been called up for Costa Rica for their internationals. He is out of Game Week 29 and Game Week 30 at the moment. But I think that, if Costa Rica gets to the point where they can't qualify for the World Cup, I don't think he gets called up because they obviously don't have anything to play for then. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Game Week 29 and 30 he is out. A lot of people would have probably brought him in, not realising, but I think we did touch on it last week. Ethan Fish, Alex in the league. I don't know. He's been at the club for a while, so there's no point leaking him if he plays or not. We have recently been given a lot of info about Leeds, so it might be a roll the dice on Leeds this week. I don't know. Right, Alf Ingy Haaland is injured, out for a month with calf strain, so return Game Week 32. Chris Mackin, 1 yellow from a suspension. Jackie McNamara, no, it's not Jackie McNamara, it's Jamie McQuilkin, is out for a few days with a pulled hamstring. He's 90% there as well. So that's Man City.
Hopkins is unhappy. He may just want a new contract.
Dislikes Colin Hunwick.
Well, who can blame him?
Colin Hunwick just wants first team football. He's like,
Oh. Well, Man City have got a lot of goalkeepers, haven't they? He's probably thrown his toys out the pram.
Yeah, the regen just waking up and choosing war. Like, I just don't like you.
So I'm just permanently unhappy.
Yeah. As long as you're still at this club, I am not happy. Right, Middlesbrough.
No, Man United. You skipped them.
No, 'cause my list is because it's in the
Ah,
acronyms. So I've got MID and then MUN.
I
So
see.
Middlesbrough,
Okay.
and then it'll be back to Man
Bit
United.
more suspension. Bit more suspense. Yeah.
Suspension. Carlo
I knew what I meant.
Cudicini suspended. Still suspended. Returns in Game Week 30. Alan Johnston is low condition at 87%. Gareth Southgate still 1 yellow from a suspension. But other than that, all Okay, Peter Atherton's going to Liverpool. Mark Crossley wants a new contract.
So Liverpool could potentially sign Peter Atherton and Mario Melchiot, and have two right backs.
Yeah,
It could happen.
Marinelli off to Ipswich. I think we knew
We
that.
knew that, didn't we?
Job
Yeah.
off to Stockport. Who was it earlier that was off to Stockport?
Not
Alan
sure.
Wright. It was Alan Wright. Was it Alan Wright or was it
Yeah.
Darius Vassell? We're off to Stockport. One of them.
Darius Vassell was Chesterfield, wasn't he?
That was it. Yeah. So it was Wright that was going to Stockport. Stockport building a squad.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll fly into Division One now. Right. On to Man United, and the big news is there is no big news. Yeah, absolutely nothing exciting going on at Man United. Ugo Ekiog still 1 yellow from suspension. But yeah, nothing going on at all. Right, on to
Quiet.
Newcastle. Newcastle, nothing new. Griffin, Godso, Shearer, Holt, all 1 yellow from suspension. Um, yeah, like half the squad, 1 yellow from suspension. Kieran Dyer suspended, returns in game week 30. And that's it. Oh, Dabazas going to Oberhausen.
I don't know if I've ever heard of them. Don't know where
Um,
they are.
yeah, everyone else that's in the game is okay with them. Right, on to Norwich. Right, new Patrick Adams is low condition, 89%. Andrzej Rubinj is suspended for 4 matches. So he returns in game week 33. Kevin Nolan, 1 game from 1 yellow from suspension. Neil McCann is still out for 2 weeks, so till game week 30.
I think Rubin's lashed out at someone, didn't he, in the game that they just played? Seem to remember in the comms it was a lashing out.
Once it lets me scroll. Aimed a kick at Godso.
There we go.
It doesn't say he actually made contact though. He just aimed a kick. That was enough for. Oh, it was Mark Halsey. I was going to say that was enough for Greg Steveling. Like just the intent. Yeah, you're off, mate. Yeah, Mark Halsey. Right, on to Sunderland. And Tim Cahill still injured, out for a month still with his dislocated jaw. Game week 32 for him. He's 1 yellow from suspension as well. Kilban unhappy, just unsettled. Oster, first team football. Stefan Schwartz off to Blackpool. Bernd Haas, first team football. Dickio leaving on a Bosman Gunlausen, wanted by Panathinaikos. Like, yeah, all of these players like got something wrong. It's like, yeah, why isn't anyone snapping up Kevin Phillips?
He often goes to Arsenal. I see him go there quite a lot.
In lots of our season sims, he went to a top uh, Premier League side.
Yeah. If they had
Because it's
Henry and Phillips up front, they'd be insane.
yeah, because it's still the uh, transfer window still open. I can't really say, but yeah, he went to the top Premier League side. I think it's still open. It could be closed now.
I was going to ask you, when does it close?
I don't know. If anyone can remember
Can,
from last
can
season,
you try and sign someone
um,
for Brighton?
wait, if we go into transfers and go into like, here we go. May we go England. So that's all lower league in April.
It's March sometime, isn't it?
So we've had loads of signings. Oh, 3 signings there in March that are Premier League.
I can see 27th of March. It's the latest. That was we're looking
Oh,
for
that's
Premier
lower
League,
league.
aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I
Everton,
think it's
Everton
around that.
11th.
Warren Cummings was 25th of March from West Ham to Chelsea.
Okay.
And nothing else. So reckon
Okay.
end of March then the transfer window closes.
Mm.
Right. On to Tottenham. Right. Darren Anderton, standard. He got injured like in the 10th minute or something against Chelsea. Out for 2 weeks with a calf strain. He strains his calf getting out of bed. So
Him and Jamie Redknapp.
yeah. Uh, so injured to game week 30. Dean Richards still a doubt till game week 30. He's 90%. Spurs play on Saturday, so today. Lots of unhappy players, but I'm guessing it's all league position related because they're fucking shit.
They've been, and then like when you got Anderton, who's had like 1 goal, 1 assist in 20 odd games. No wonder they're doing rubbish. Just underperforming, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely
Just
awful.
Everson, Rebrov have done nothing, have they?
Well, they sold Salakovic, and to replace him, they brought in Richard Langley. That kind of
Like
sums
Simon
it up.
Davis is doing great at the start of the season, and then as soon as Langley came in, he's done nothing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. The team's really poor.
But there's a couple of like really good players.
Mm.
But like Rebrov is just apart from like he's been injured for like 4 months of the season. But you'd still expect some returns from him, and he's just like a non-asset because
Mm.
they're so shocking. Same with Everson as well. And Davies, Simon Davies has been a good fantasy asset through the first 2 seasons, and he's not getting anything as well. Ziga is another one that's been a relatively good asset through
Yeah.
the first couple of seasons, just not picking up anything.
Yeah.
Finally, on to Watford. Only new injury is Lloyd Doyley, who's 86%. Baker isn't in the game. Byrne is a doubt still till game week 37 with his broken leg. He's 90%. When I first saw D Holden, I was like, "Oh, is that Dean Holden from Chelsea?" But no, it's not. It's just a different Holden. And Adrian Williams, 1 yellow till suspension. And that's it. What's wrong with that? See this. Wants a new challenge. Basically, just doesn't want to be relegated.
Yeah. They've got one defender in front of him.
Yeah. So that is all of the injury days, I do believe. Yeah.
I had a quick question on the Discord asking if Andy Cole was still unhappy.
No.
He's fine.
Is the answer to that.
So with one chop, so he's suspended for 2 games. So do we expect that? Just to clarify, do we expect that to be further? Sorry, not suspended. He's on international duty. So do we expect him to go away on international duty again between now and the end of the season?
Give me one second. So someone said, "What's up with Petkov?" Nothing.
Foreign. He's just a foreign player.
Nothing wrong with him. He's just
That's
foreign.
what's up with him.
He's from Bulgaria. Um, sorry to the Bulgarians that are out there on the stream.
This is pre Bulgaria joining the EU.
Right. So Costa Rica. Right. Let me bring up because I've got the dates of the game weeks. So Costa Rica have games on The 7th of March against Guatemala, which is game week 29. Then Belize on the 21st of March, which is game week 30. Then they play Guatemala again on the 18th of April, which is game week 33. And they play Belize again on the 9th of May, which is game week 37. So with One Chop, we think he'll be available in game week 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, and 38.
Lovely. Hopefully that clears it up
But I
for those
like
who are
if
asking.
it was me, I'd probably just unless you wanted to like hop on, hop off. Like you can pick up Bolton at home, Middlesbrough, Bolton at home, Middlesbrough at home,
Yeah,
um,
it's pretty decent.
Blackburn away, maybe. No, not the Black. Yeah, hop off
Not the
and then
Blackburn away. You said
yeah,
33.
come
Yeah.
back on, bring him back in for Bolton at home, Middlesbrough at home, then get rid of him and then bring him back in again if you wanted to for 34, Villa at home, um, Newcastle away, Ipswich at home, and then ship him back out again. Like,
Hmm.
if you wanted to do a bit of a hokey cokey with him, and maybe this is the moment for Gary Doherty. Like, do a hokey cokey between him and One Chop whilst Ipswich have got injured players. Could be the play. I don't know. Gives you a bit of extra money um, to spend as well if you wanted to come off and go lower. But yeah, I don't think it's worth like keeping him and benching him. I think you have to move him out and
Of course, yeah.
um,
But he's certainly an option for 31 and 32. But that
yeah,
clarifies that now. Thank you.
yeah, just like a
Um,
2 week punt, really, isn't it? I think if you bring him in
I
for
don't.
31 and 32, though, I think you've got like there's other there's other players that have got really good fixtures that you'll want captaincy coverage for. Um, that yeah, does that is it worth using those free transfers on bringing One Chop in and out? I'm not sure.
Mm, I think when it's a striker, I think it's worth it, but
I
not
mean,
for mids.
like Villa have got Coventry at home that week. Arsenal got Watford at home that week. This is in
Yeah.
31. Ipswich, like, yeah, if you've bought in Gary Doherty for Chelsea at home, Watford away, then they've got Norwich at home. You're not getting rid of Doherty for Norwich away if he's still playing up front. Um, yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So it's
that was all the questions from the Discord. I don't know if anyone else had any other questions in the chat.
the only one I saw was what's up with Petkov, and that was the last
Yeah.
question we had. Right, before we wrap it up, haven't actually gone too bad with time. We only had the 10-minute break when
Mhm.
we lost the connection.
And when can we expect the leak to come out?
The leak will be maybe tonight at some point. I don't know. It depends on whether Scarface gets it out. I don't know whether Captain simmed the game yet. Um, and he's out tonight. Actually, yeah, the leak is unlikely to be tonight because he's out,
Okay.
so I can't even discuss it with him unless he's already picked the leak and it just needs to be sent. Then yeah.
Great.
Right. So the AFCON nations. Who were the final? There we go. Egypt, Algeria. So Egypt won 1-0, fending off Algeria, those big giants of international football, with a goal by Mohamed Barakat, entering his name into Egyptian folklore. Um,
Off the bench with a 9.
yeah, absolute hero. Scenes in Cairo.
Yeah.
People dancing on the pyramids. Flares being set alight on the Sphinx. Um, uh, yeah, absolute scenes.
Many parties in Sharm el Sheikh that night.
Yeah, Oh yeah, all the parties and charm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I hope that everyone enjoyed the tweets going out. Yeah,
yeah,
that was hard work. I didn't even think about it with the double game weeks that there ended up being cup fixtures as well that had to get tweeted out, and I was just like, fuck me, this is both double game weeks. It was almost like a tweet every minute because
yeah.
of yeah, AFCON. Then like especially the AFCON, the game week, the double 27, because it was covering like half the group stage as well. So there was loads of extra games. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the little bit of coverage that we provided. And I know that Richie had a couple of little competitions that went out. Congratulations to whoever the two managers were that had Egypt in the sweepstake. Um, I don't know what you win. Uh, Pride. That's what you win. Who was the
Well, yeah,
Golden Boot winner? The Golden Boot winner was shared between Nordin Bakari of Morocco and Sparta Prague, and Karim Mouzawi. He was in loads of my tweets actually. Of Panionios and Algeria. Um,
yeah. Thanks for all the effort that you did with that. I know I looked at it and thought, God, that must have been taking you ages to do all those tweets. So I know Richie appreciated it. It was a bit of fun,
yeah.
and
So
me and Blakey FPL discussion won the other tournament, which was the knockout. So we got to the final, and we beat uh, Motley Barnets and Glasgow. So commiserations to those two. That was a bit of fun. Enjoyed it.
despite
So
Motley
I know
Barnett with his KP triple captain in
I don't
2028.
think he triple captained him. Did he?
Yeah, he
I
did.
don't think he did. He
He
did
was
he?
one of the first ones that I spotted in the like standings as
Ah.
triple captain. Uh, like
Mhm.
when I saw, obviously when the game updated. Oh, which on that note, finally, so last thing, we had a message yesterday afternoon, and I only saw it as we were going on to the stream this evening. Um, there was a mistake with the points of Harry Kewell and of Harpal Singh this week. Harpal Singh uh, came off in like the 68th minute or something, and Blackburn scored in the 89th. So he didn't get his clean sheet points. So they will be added tonight, as well as Harry Kewell came off in like the 67th or 60 or 70th minute or something like that in that game. So he didn't pick up his clean sheet point either. So yeah, an extra point for Kewell owners. Rejoice. An extra 4 points for the Sing owners. You can rejoice as well. So yeah, that will be updated this evening. Ramanathan, no PL players in any top 10 lists there in AFCON. No, I'm not going to look again.
Um, on that, if anyone was in the Mark Libra Cup and got knocked out and by 1 or 2 points and had Harp or Sing, just tweet me and let me know if it's affected you.
um, yeah, saves you having to go through every single team again to just double check the scores.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Cool. Right. Thanks everyone for joining us and for bearing with the problems midstream. Looks like it's been all right since then. Um,
Yeah.
Thursday evening for game week 29. Back to normal. No more doubles for a little while, maybe. Yeah, just 10 games, obviously, this week. Your the stream will be, I'm guessing, Craig +1.
I think it's me and Martin this week.
Oh, is it Martin this week? I can't remember
Yeah.
who was on last week. I kind of had it. Oh, it was Benno +1 last week.
Yeah. Benno and Martin, I think it was.
Yeah,
Let me just
so
have a double
I
check.
sometimes tune into the stream for. I think I had it on this week, but I was doing some other
Hmm.
bits.
Hmm.
So yeah, remember
Yeah,
to
me and Martin.
tune in for the stream. Yeah, leak will either be later this evening or some point tomorrow morning. Website will get update with the points shortly, as well as all the injury info. all gets tweeted out tomorrow morning. That's about it. I think that's it. Cool. Cheers for joining me, David. Everyone enjoy the rest of your weekend and your evenings. Try and stay safe tomorrow in the scorching temperatures. Yeah, keep cool. Drink lots of water. Um, yeah, be sensible. But yeah, enjoy it. Cheers.